Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to take a look at Deuteronomy chapters 11 through 13. If we were to give these chapters a bit of a heading, they would be something along the lines of wholehearted devotion and obedience, guarding against idolatry. Those two kind of different themes, right? Complete obedience, and that guards us against idolatry. All right, so chapter 11. As we look at chapter 11, Moses is going to give a strong and very heartfelt call to love and obey God with everything the people have. He reminds the people that they've seen God's power firsthand, his signs in Egypt, the Red Sea miracle, and the way he cared for them throughout the wilderness. Their children are hearing the stories, but they lived it. So Moses says, let this shape how you live. This is the whole idea of putting your faith into practice. He promises that if they're faithful, the land they're entering, a land with hills and valleys and rain from heaven, will thrive under God's care, something they haven't been used to as they wandered in the wilderness. But if they turn to idols, the rain will stop and the land will suffer. So the call is simple but serious. Choose blessing or curse. Write God's word on your hearts, your homes, your gates. Build a life centered on following God. Then we turn to chapter 12, where it shifts to a time of worship. God tells Israel that once they enter the land, they must tear down every idol, every shrine, every pagan altar that they find. There's not a single exception. Then they're to worship in one specific place, the God who will, and it's a space that God will choose, rather, which is going to be later known as Jerusalem. The idea behind all this is that there's no freelancing of worship, right? This is a single God demanding a single form of worship. God cares not just that we worship him, but how we worship him. This was really important back in Moses' time because there were so many different gods that people worshiped, and so they centralized worship into one way so that everyone was worshiping the same God. Then in chapter 13, it's a sober warning not to tolerate idolatry, not even a little bit. If a prophet, a friend, or even a close family member tries to lead anyone astray, they're to deal with it very decisively. The stakes are high. Idolatry is spiritual poison. If you allow it to spread, the community will suffer. God is shaping an entire nation, a holy people, and there's no room for divided loyalty within his people. These chapters remind us that faithfulness is not a passive activity. It is massively active, and everyone plays their role. That's it for today. Be well, friends.